So what we talked about though were these planets that orbit around Pulsar.
Oh yeah, totally forgot where we were going with that. So you imagine this process of that supernova happening to create the pulsar to begin with. It's so energetic, would not be feasible to think that a planet could survive that explosion. You would think that they would just get destroyed in that, right? Mind you, this is, this explosion is like rivaling the energy output of a galaxy. So we would not have thought that planets could exist around pulsars. Maybe if like a rogue planet got captured by it, maybe that could happen. Like just a planet that happened to be passing by. Right. But it turns out the first exoplanets that we find, 1992, were pulsar planets. They were planets orbiting a pulsar. And the way that we found it out is really cool. We've talked about the radial velocity method before, where the Earth is orbiting the sun mostly. But really what's happening is the Earth and the sun are orbiting a common center of mass. And that common center of mass is so much closer to the sun because the sun is so much more massive.
Right.
Well, this happens for any object. Same thing for neutron stars. You can imagine a pulsar. You're not looking at visible light. You're looking at radio waves. That's what the pulse is, a beam of light that points at you. Imagine a planet orbiting this thing, but they're both orbiting the common center of mass. So the pulsar is doing this, right? So as it beams and the light points at you, sometimes it's closer to you and sometimes it's farther away. And because light travels at the speed of light, which is always constant, you could detect that. It's like nanosecond difference of the beam hitting you when the neutron star is closer and the neutron star is farther away. And the interpretation there is that the thing is actually moving because there's a planet orbiting it.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. And these are the first planets ever found. The first exoplanets.
Right. But you weren't able to like visually see these things. You just were able to detect this difference.
Can absolutely not see them.
Interesting.
It's inferred that there are planets of certain mass.
But it could be anything of a certain mass, right?
Yeah. In theory, it could be any object that is, I think the first one had a couple planets that were like maybe like 4 and 3 Earth masses. And then there's another one that's like half an Earth mass or something. So yeah, you could also explain this by some other mysterious object that was 3 or 4 Earth masses. We only know of planets to fit that regime.